Hey y'all, it's your girl Sunray coming at you guys with some wisdom today. This is a prophetic word, just of encouragement, but also mainly of wisdom. This is something that God has spoke to me, and it's something we talk about all the time. So that's why this prophetic word is titled Yes, You, because this is a piece of wisdom that applies to every single person that is within the body of Christ, no matter who it is that you are, no matter what title it is that you hold. This actually not just goes for the body of Christ, but this goes for the world in general. One thing that I love about the wisdom of God is that it holds no bounds or no restrictions. What God's wisdom is it satiates the entirety of humanity, even those who refuse to believe that there is a sovereignty, that there is a God that exists up in heaven, the only God, the great El Shaddai, our Father, the Alpha and the Omega, okay? And that's one thing I truly love about God's wisdom is that it expands culture. It expands, I say expands, it crosses over. So expands, it crosses over any religion you may have. It crosses over any thoughts or ideas you have, okay? And so this is going to be very simple. So this is as well of a word of encouragement, but also a word of maturity. Sorry, y'all, I gotta hold the phone up with my hand, and this is not it. I need to get my stand, okay? But this is gonna be a maturing word as well, like a maturing word, a maturing piece of wisdom. It's something that you guys have heard so many times before, but the way that God spoke it to me this time, in particular with what He's doing in this season of your life, this is so important. So yesterday, God told me, He said, open mouth equals opinions, which equals seeds of doubt. Listen again. Open mouth equals opinions, which then equals seeds of doubt. So what is God saying? God's saying that when you open your mouth concerning the things that He told you He's going to do, now we're always excited to share what God is doing in our lives, right? And it's not, and God had to break me of what people say, like, because I remember at first when I was first getting into everything, oh, if you put your mouth on it, it's going to be cursed and people ain't going to do this and da 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 da. God has told me, Raynetta, what it is that I have for you is going to be for you. But the thing is that it's going to be harder for you to believe when you have all of other people's opinions. So that's why at times it is important to keep quiet about what I'm doing in your life and about what I'm bringing to you. Because when you open your mouth, that allows opinions to come in. And then when people's opinions come in, that's where seeds of doubt are planted. And where seeds of doubt are planted, come confusion, come frustration, come anxiety, come you questioning your faith in God. It's really like doubt comes, and then discouragement and despair and all of these other things, feeling dismayed, it's not the best picture, right? But then God said He has the opposite of that. If you have a closed mouth, that equals God's truth / prophecy, which then equals seeds of faith. So when you close your mouth, you only have God's truth and you have the prophetic word that He's given you. You have the future in which He's stored in your belly, the word that He's watching carefully over, waiting to perform it, the word that He has sent forth within your womb, within your bosom, to ensure that that is going to fulfill the thing in which He sent for it to fulfill. Fulfill what He sent it in to. Wait. Y'all, I'm used to writing this down, but it's going to prosper in the thing in which He sent it, okay? Which then equals seeds of faith. So we have closed mouth equaling God's truth and prophecy, which then equals seeds of faith. So when you close your mouth concerning what God's doing, all you have is God's truth and prophecy, which plants more and more seeds of faith. Because every single day when you go before the Father contending for what it is that He told you, and not even contending, just more so standing for what it is that God has said He's going to do in your life, that just not only plants seeds of faith, but those seeds of faith grow into trees. And then when those trees grow, now the next time God says something to you, you're able to pick up your faith. Like you're able to take a leaf from the tree, like, look, God, I got a leaf. It done grew a peach. It done grew an apple. It done grew all of this. Now, not like, come on, I'm going to use this apple seed for my next move of faith or whatever it is. But like I said, this is a prophetic word slash piece of wisdom that applies to anybody. It don't matter who you are or where you are, and what it is that God is doing in your life. Um, Keeping a closed mouth is important about certain things. Now, there are certain things God will lead you to speak on, but there are some things that we're just so excited to share. I'm highly guilty of it, like highly guilty of it. And, you know, sometimes God would allow you to go through a situation where you open your mouth, He speaks through that person. Like that person says, it's so strange. That person will say something that goes against directly what you know God has shown you, whatever the case may be. But God has allowed that person to speak and it hurts you. So God can remind you. It's like that thing. Everybody knows when they first touched a hot stove, because once you were burned, you knew never to go again near a stove and touch it, because you'll be burned. Sometimes you have to go through a painful situation, in terms of knowing you need to close your mouth so that God can burn you, so He can say, now you know, I've been trying to tell you, but now you know the importance of keeping certain things on silent. God can't reveal secrets. He's not going to reveal deeper secrets to you concerning Him or His kingdom if you run your mouth about every single thing He tells you. So this is going to be confirmation for sure for a lot of people. This is going to be a word that will probably challenge you a little bit. It may have you being like, Sunray, why you in my business? But look, I already told y'all before on a previous channel and on this channel, God be in my business, so I'm gonna be in y'all business too, period. Like, because we're supposed to hold each other accountable. And one of the things is learning to privatize some of the things that God gives us. It's not always meant to be on display, because it only ends up hindering us. It doesn't hinder God. God's going to do what He said He's going to do, but it hinders us. And it hinders our ability to believe Him. And sometimes our faith is what can hinder things from, or delay things from happening when they're supposed to, okay? Because we let that seed of doubt from someone's opinion and us opening our mouth. So again, open mouth equals opinions, which then equals seeds of doubt. Closed mouth equals God's truth and prophecy, which then equals seeds of faith. So I pray this makes sense to you. And just letting you know that it is time to mature in the things of God, okay? I love you guys so much. Enjoy the rest of the Sabbath day. I don't know what y'all got planned, but I pray that rest is a big one. I know I'm about to go back to sleep. I've been up studying, looking at some stuff, and your girl is ready to rest, okay? So I love you guys so much, and we will talk soon. Holla for $1. Hey, 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 It's a Saturday. Hey, it's the Saturday. It's a Saturday. It's the Saturday. Hey, Dun, 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 dun. Okay, I'm just kidding. Bye, y'all. Talk to y'all later.